I'm Linda from paperboutique.blogspot.com. Today we're going to be making this card. Before we move to the Imagine, I want to show you how the look of your cards can be changed by simply using different types of paper. This quick and easy card, and I'm going to tilt it, was made with plain white cardstock. When using white cardstock, the colors will look a little bit more muted. This circle card was made using a glossy paper, and since the ink does not penetrate the paper as much, the colors are more vibrant and vivid. And I'm hoping you can see that. I'm going to move it so it catches the light. This paper also gives the card a nice glossy finish. I used Kirkland's Professional Glossy Inkjet Photo Paper from Costco. I set the pressure on the Imagine to 5, the speed to 3, and the blade was set at 6 since this is a very heavy paper. And remember, when you're doing a glossy paper, to set the paper to glossy. Lastly, I want to show you the card that we're making today. And this card was used, is made using Epson's Enhanced Matte Paper for photographic prints. The finish on this card is somewhere between the other two. The images appear a little less vibrant than with glossy paper because the matte paper obviously isn't as shiny. Well, let's move to the Imagine. As you can see, we've already loaded the Cricut Imagine Nursery Tale cartridge. Now we're going to load the Cindy Lou cartridge. I find it's easier for the Imagine to recognize the Cricut cartridge if you add the Imagine cartridge first and then add your regular Cricut cartridge on the left. Let's go ahead and make our cat. First, we're going to click on this, and then we're going to click Shift Lock so we have a layer. Then we're going to go to Layer and click again, and we'll remove the Shift Lock by clicking on it, and we'll add our final layer. When working with a card with multiple layers, I like to do them all at once. Let's go ahead and edit. Click on the pencil, and then we want to make sure that all of these layers are sized at 5.5 and are proportional. So we're going to make sure the relative key on the right is lit, and it's in white now. So let's go ahead and fill. We're going to fill this one with the pink and brown. We'll click Apply. We'll go back and do the next layer, and we'll do the same process. Click on the Edit, and then for this one, I think it'd be nice to have the light pink, and Apply. We're going to do that for all the layers, the same process. And the nice thing here is all of the solid colors, whoops, I paused too long. Here we go. There's the pink. All of the solid colors coordinate perfectly with the prints, which is wonderful. The last layer, we're going to do the same process. And in this case, we're going to do the bright pink, and we'll click Apply. Now we're going to go to our next screen, and this will be on our project preview screen, and make sure everything looks good, and it does. For this type of paper, and again, this is the Epson matte photographic paper, we're going to have the speed at 2, the pressure at 5, and the blade depth is going to be set at 5 because it's a very thick paper. Let's do the settings. Let's go back. Make sure we have print and cut, best quality, and matte because it's matte photographic paper. Hit Apply. Now what we're going to do is cut this out, and then what I did is I loaded in another piece of cardstock paper and went back and cut 2 of the shadows. I flipped one for the brown card. You could go ahead at this point and do, the shadows here and fill them with brown ink, but I wanted to save the ink, so I just put in regular cardstock and pressed Cut Only. Let's go ahead and go Next. And we're ready to print. I'll print this out, and then we'll get back together and we'll assemble the card. Let's go ahead and assemble the card now. I'm not going to take your time to show you how to attach all of the layers, but I do want to show you a couple of things. What we did with the 2 shadow layers that we cut in brown, I attached a brand to them, and it acts as a little card. I can't wait until the Gypsy can do all of the welding with the Imagine. Then I attached the layers. The other thing I did that was a little different is I added a piece of green cardstock behind the eyes. I added some rhinestones, made her a little rhinestone collar. And then, because the brad raised the paper just a little bit, I don't know if you can see the dimension, I'll hold it up. I used some pretty thick pop dots and popped the overall layer onto the shadow. Just super fun and super easy, and I love the look of that matte paper with the Imagine. Remember, if you don't have an Imagine, you can make this card using the Cindy Lou cartridge in your Expression or your Baby Bug. I'd like to thank you for watching today, and please check out my blog at www.paperboutique.blogspot.com for more project ideas. Bye-bye.